Over here with Wayne Howlett, mate. You're here for the powerlifting, but more importantly for a lot of people, you've got this amazing bike behind us. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, the last year or so I've really taken a lot of interest in bikes and building them, and my brother and I bought our Harleys down, our custom Harleys, and they're out on the floor now. One's a night train, one's a dyno. But the chopper that we have over here in the powerlifting area, it's a big credit to the team at Titan Bike and Trike in Hobart, in Moona. It's a 117 cube motor. It's a fully worked motor before the Magna Charger and twin nitrous system went on it. A lot of chrome on it. It's beautiful, really powerful bike, and yeah, so everyone should come over and have a look at it, and I hope all you guys vote for it.
And the powerlifting, we've seen some incredible lifts so far this morning. Yep. The big gun's about to come out after our lunch break.
Yeah, well, earlier today we had Ange Gallardi. He's Australia's greatest bench presser of all time. He's broken over 30 world records in his career. He's 10-time Mr. Australia in bodybuilding as well. There's nothing he hasn't done in powerlifting. He's travelled the world, more gold medals than any Australian athlete that I know. He only
and that's not in powerlifting. That's across all sports, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And he's also he competed last weekend, so he's backed it up a week later. Come out here and bench 200 kilos again, weighing 74 kilos, and narrowly missed another world record today.
And what doesn't he understand the concept of recovery?
Well, a special event like this, in the middle of a bike and car show, it was too much of an opportunity to turn down.
That's very impressive to bench press 200 kilos, weighing in at 74 kilos.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's absolutely incredible. Pound for pound, he's the greatest ever our country's ever had.
Yeah, and that's the thing I like about powerlifting. You don't have to be weighing 150 kilos to compete. It's all in weight categories, isn't it?
Yeah. Powerlifting is for everyone, all shapes and sizes. And I'll add that Ange is 45 years old. He's still competing against the open lifters and beating them. And yeah, so there's one young fella here today, I think he's 17 now, but he done his first competition with us when he was 12 years old. And he's still going strong now, so yeah, it's all ages, all weight classes. It's for everybody.
It really is, and it's not just about brute strength. Everyone thinks powerlifting is about brute strength. A lot of technique comes into it, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's a huge technical side to powerlifting, and it takes many years to master the technique, and it helps to also have natural brute strength as well to get you out of certain situations. Like we've seen with Ange today. He had a little bit of a technical error on his last lift, on his second last lift, but he still had that natural brute strength to get himself out of trouble when he needed to. So yeah, it's a wonderful sport.
Yeah, that was the amazing thing, the way he's able to push around that problem that he's having and get the job done.
Yeah, and that comes with experience as well. We're talking about a man that is literally unbeaten in 20 years in Australia, never been beaten.
And to have him here powerlifting today is nothing short of sensational.
Yeah, Tasmania is very, very lucky to have Ange here to perform in front of everybody.
And this has been a great event so far. Still some big lifts to come, ladies and gentlemen. The Savo, the big guns will be out. And you were telling me off air, I've seen a deadlift of over 350 kilos, and that is an ultra impressive sight. And you're telling me they're going to go north of that today?
Yeah, we have a guy down here today from Sydney, Reese. He only last year he was my biggest threat in the 125 division in Australia, and he's gone up a weight class now, and I think he'll definitely go over that today. He's a very big deadlifter. He's a big boy, weighing about 145 kilos. But the big highlight for the deadlifts today is a Launceston local, Eden Davey. Earlier in the year, he just deadlifted the biggest deadlift ever in Tasmanian history of 370 kilos. And his training indicates that he will go close to 400 kilos today. and that's
Now,
incredible.
400 kilos, that is insane. Not quite half a tonne, but you're talking 20 bags of 20 kilo cement. 400 kilos is a mass amount of weight, and that's to hold in your hands. His grip strength must be absolutely enormous.
Yeah. 400 kilos on an international elite level is a magical number. There's only a very select handful of people that have ever lifted 400 kilos in a squat or deadlift. So yeah, it is a magical number in our sport.
Fantastic. Thanks, Wayne. Full credit to you, the competition. The bike looks amazing. And folks, make sure you do get round while you're having a look at the powerlifting. Have a look at Wayne's bike. It really is a full credit to himself and Ned and the guys at Titan. They do a superb job.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
And it's great to have you here. Mate, you put in some impressive lifts so far today. I just heard on the grapevine you competed last weekend. How hard is it to go back-to-back, weekend to weekend?
Yeah, it's quite hard. I mean, normally you need a good month or so to recover from the last comp and build yourself back up again. So I went quite heavy last week with a single-ply shirt at 250. So to come in today and going 190, 195, 200 world record, I was quite happy with.
You should be ecstatic,
Yeah,
and the crowd here was really getting behind you.
Yeah.
They witnessed some incredible lifting, and the fact that you've done it back-to-back is just amazing.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne called me up as soon as I finished my lift last week and said, do you mind coming down this weekend? I thought, oh, but for Wayne, I always come down to Tassie. I love it. So he's got Swordhouse Gym. I've got Swordhouse Gym in Moorabbin there in Melbourne. So.
And you've been to Tassie before. You obviously love coming down here.
Oh, yeah.
What about the concept of putting a powerlifting competition in with a car and bike show?
Well, you know, I feel at home because I've got show cars at home and bikes, so having a gym as well is just ideal.
Yeah.
I love the venue.
Now let's get on to your cars and bikes. What have you got?
Well, I've got 364 EH Holden Prims.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got an XU1 Tirana and an XY GT.
Sensational. And bikes?
And a bike, I've got a chopper. Been built up. Harley Davidson been chopped up.
Beautiful.
Raked, stretched. So.
Yeah. Now, whereabouts is your Slaughterhouse Gym
It's
in Melbourne?
In Moorabbin.
Yeah.
So, in Moorabbin, off Bignell Road.
So pretty easy. Jump down to Moorabbin Airport,
That's
catch
it.
a light plane anywhere in Australia.
Yeah.
Nice work. What's next for Ange?
I've got an Ange Galati Bench Press Classic at my gym on the 30th of October, but Wayne's obviously running the Nationals on the 22nd of October, so it looks like I'll probably do another one back-to-back again. Come down here on the 22nd, then back to my one on the 30th of October. So.
That's fairly brutal on the body.
Yeah.
What sort of techniques do you use to recover quickly?
Well,
Massage?
I've got a coach who does cupping and biomesotherapy, so I get injections done all over the place. I mean, you know, I'm not young anymore, I'm 48, so I'm still going. And I'll get treated once a week with him, keeps the body together. So it's just a matter of picking the numbers and getting it right. You can't go too berserk, so otherwise you're just going to get injured.
And that comes into the next aspect I was going to talk about, experience. The knowledge and experience that you've got goes back many, many years. That's probably one of the things that helps enable you to keep lifting heavy and going strong without injuring.
100%. I mean, there's different ways of style of benching, and if you've got different injuries, you can always alter your grip, your hand grip, your back, your arching to compensate for it. Now, if you work in all the areas of the muscles, you can get out of the groove, and the way I train different body parts of bodybuilding, I normally get out of it pretty good. So where a lot of people just do powerlifting and just concentrate on the main lifts, where if you get out of it, the groove, you're gone.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was the thing I noticed watching you bench press. You weren't just using the pecs and the arm muscles.
Exactly.
Your whole body gets put into that lift. And yet,
first of all, it comes from there. So, and then just got to connect with everything. A lot of it comes from the legs, from the back. It's all combined. So I know it can be a bit of a pain sometimes when I'm competing, but I've got to focus because, I'm only 78 kilos. I've got quite a bit of weight on me. When I did the 250, it was triple body weight. So anything can go wrong. And then, I don't want to tear anything. So,
well, if you tear something, you can't go back to back as you seem to be a bit of a habit that you're getting into.
Yeah, I'm used to it, but I know what to do. I plan it right, so I don't just jump in and go for it. I just make sure I plan.
Now, the next $64 question I've got for you is obviously a lot more than $64. How much is your grocery bill each week? Because obviously, a powerlifter, you need a lot of protein to keep the muscles up.
It's funny you say that. I mean, I pretty well stay 80 kilos all year round, and I have for many years. So I've got my special diet because I was doing bodybuilding a lot. So I just basically, have the same meals I've been eating regularly. I still have weekends where I pick out and stuff. But it's actually cheaper than going out and eating junk food.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get the right meat and everything, rice and everything, I like eating like that, and that's why I look the way I am and feel good.
Healthy living.
Yes.
Here, neglectful living here.
Before and after.
Nice work.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ange.
Thank you very much.
One of the most amazing bits of kit I've seen in a long, long time is this 88-inch shovel head. It's a tribute to the Day of the Dead, the Mexican festival of dead people. The engraving is something else. Quenny, tell us a bit about it.
All the tanks and guards all come from the festival, the Day of the Dead, out of Mexico. It took a couple of years to get hold of them. There was a little man tapping away on the guards over there, and we contacted him, and we was able to squirrel the guards and the tanks out of him. We wasn't sure what sort of pattern was going to get originally, but he just said, whatever I give you. And we're quite happy with how they come back. Very unusual guards and tanks. They're actually hand-beaten, the guards. And the tank, because they can't get to the back of it, it's wax acid etched, which they cover it up with the wax and they acid through it, and then they finish it off by polishing it off. Very unusual set of tanks and guards. For a little time there, I wasn't sure I was sending money to the cartel, but I was very happy with what I got back. And after I got the tanks back, I decided, well, it's a good opportunity to put the bike together. It's a 1966 Cheney shovel, all original engine in cases. 5-speed Evolution gearbox. It's very unique.
Can I just pull you up on that gearbox?
Yes.
Now, most bikes, hand clutch, foot gear change. You've gone with the suicide change, but there's no clutch lever, there's no clutch pedal. How's that work? That's insane.
Well, a lot of people reckon it's my age, but I like the postie bike thing, so I just got hold of a centrifugal clutch out of America and we manufactured it into the side of the gearbox. So it's actually very similar to a postie bike. You just turn the throttle and away it goes. You wind the throttle back off at the traffic lights and it just idles over. It's quite enjoyable to ride, actually.
A full tribute to you, because the engineering gone into this, it's so much more than just the engraving on the guards and the tank. The engineering in it is just amazing.
It's just one of them bikes that you got to keep looking at, and then all of a sudden more pieces jump out at you. It's just, it's a bit subtle, some of the ideas. There's very, very few wires on it. There's only one cable from the throttle. It's an internal. It's got a clean set of bars like a BMX bike. There's no clutch or brake or switch blocks on the bars at all. Even the Speedo is a remote GPS. There's no wires, it's wireless. And it just keeps going on. You just need to just keep squirreling away and looking at it. The wheels are 72 to 74 early shovel wheels, so we put them in as a sort of tribute for the 70s and the shovel heads. I'm right into the shovels. I've got some good friends and myself. We put a little show together down at the 4th called Motormania every December. It's December 10 this year, and every shovel we can get together. We'd love to see anyone that's interested to bring their bikes out, whether they be flash, old or trailered. We just want to see them nice old shovels out and about.